for his statement, and I give the floor to the representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful, we congratulate the United Kingdom on assuming the presidency of the Council this month and commend Somalia for its successful presidency in January. We thank the Deputy Special Envoy, Mr. Cordone, and Ms. Totten, Director of OCHA, for their briefing. We carefully listened to the views shared by Ms. Dureit. Regarding the situation in Syria, I wish to make the following points. First, the Syrian people continue to endure severe humanitarian, economic, and security hardship despite the important transitional steps undertaken by Damascus over the past year. We support the United Nations efforts to help alleviate these challenges and to contribute to stability and recovery. We welcome the efforts to ensure the United Nations engagement remain coherent, effective, and responsive to the priorities and needs of the Syrian people. Any new role must support a Syrian-owned and Syrian-led, inclusive political process in full respect of Syrian sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity. Second, recent development on the ground, particularly in the northeastern Syria, are of significance. The expansion of the interim government's authority into areas previously controlled by the SDF, together with the comprehensive integration agreement, represents an important step toward de-escalation, restoring Syrian territorial integrity, and strengthening state institutions. At the same time, the situation remains fragile. Integration must proceed in an orderly, peaceful, and inclusive manner. All parties must uphold the ceasefire, prioritize the protection of civilians, facilitate the dignified and voluntary return of displaced persons, and ensure accountability for violations. We take note of steps aimed at advancing inclusively, including measures related to Kurdish rights. Such initiatives can strengthen national cohesion, provided they are pursued through credible institutions and within the framework of Syrian unity and territorial integrity. In this regard, we stress the rights, safety, and dignity of all Syrians must be fully respected without discrimination. This includes the protection of religious and ethnic minorities. Any act of incitement, intimidation, sectarian violence, or collective punishment must be firmly rejected and addressed. Third, the threat of terrorism remains a grave concern. As highlighted in the Secretary General's latest report, ISIS continue to operate across Syria, including through attacks in the north and northeast. We are particularly concerned about the security of detention centers and camps holding thousands of ISIS fighters and their families. Any security vacuum or disruption could have dangerous consequences for Syria and the wider region. We underscore the need for repatriation of foreign terrorist fighters and their families to their countries of origin, in line with international obligations. Fourth, the humanitarian situation remains alarming. The international community must move beyond emergency relief by supporting early recovery, reconstruction, and economic rehabilitation. Syrian recovery also requires genuine investment and removal of obstacles that hinder economic rehabilitation and development. Efforts toward stabilization and transition must be inclusive and responsive to the needs and aspirations of all Syrians. Fifth, Israeli continued occupation of Syrian territory and its military activities, including in the occupied Syrian Golan, remained a direct threat to stability and regional peace. The Israeli regime must comply with the international law, including the 1974 disengagement agreement, and cease its violation of Syrian sovereignty and territorial integrity. The escalation arrangement cannot legitimize occupation. The Security Council must act. Selective silence and political shielding only normalize aggression and undermine this council credibility. Finally, the Islamic Republic of Iran reaffirms its firm support for Syrian sovereignty, unity, territorial integrity, and a Syrian-owned and Syrian-led political process. Iran will continue to support a stable, unified, and secure Syria, free from terrorism, foreign occupation, and external interference. I thank you.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.